Tennis requires extreme confidence. This is the primary quality that intimidates the opponents, and Roger Federer exhibits this characteristic in the most professional and alluring manner. Perhaps this is the reason why he had been ranked the world #1 player for several years. When playing at the top of his game, players fear being Federer's opponents. Why is that? Well, in today's video, we are discussing how Roger Federer became known as one of the best, most intimidating tennis players of all time. Federer started playing tennis when he was just a teenager, but he became really famous later on when other players found it pretty hard to beat him. He had a special backhand shot, which was quite tricky. People who like tennis all around the world praised him for this because even really good players like Rafael Nadal and Novak Djokovic had trouble doing it. Also, all of his shots were very smooth and showed that he was confident. And as time went on, his graceful way of moving around the court fascinated not just players and coaches, but also fans. Famous personalities and writers like John McEnroe and David Foster Wallace praised Federer highly, titling him as the most beautiful player ever seen on a tennis court. David Foster even wrote a whole essay in the New York Times which was titled "Federer as a Religious Experience." In his essay, he put Roger Federer in the same category as other sporting legends like Michael Jordan and Muhammad Ali. Foster wrote that Roger Federer seems to defeat the laws of physics on the court with his surreal movements, and it feels as if he is almost like a supernatural athlete. This highlighted just how amazing his game was. However, his rise to being the top-ranked player in the world was just starting. Born in 1981, Roger Federer dominated the sport since his early years. He became Switzerland's junior champion at the tender age of 14, and since then his career has excelled. In 1998, he captured the Wimbledon Junior Singles Championship. Later on, he became known as the youngest tennis player at the age of 18 years and 4 months to become ranked in the world's top 100. In 2001, he played Pete Sampras to reach the Wimbledon quarterfinals, and by the end of 2002, he was known as the 6th best professional player in tennis history. Throughout his remarkable career, Federer has won 8 Wimbledon titles, and in 2018, he became known as the first player to have won 20 Grand Slam men's single titles. Now, that streak of wins marked him as the greatest player to ever step on a tennis court. With such an amazing number of wins, it became clear to every opponent that Roger Federer was a force not to be reckoned with. Throughout his career, he amassed a massive fan following and became increasingly popular with every match. From 2003 to 2021, he was voted the fan favorite on the ATP World Tour for 19 consecutive years. This was a world record, and it seemed like no other player would ever come close to this. Furthermore, in 2009, Forbes magazine's list of most powerful celebrities also nominated Roger Federer, and his ranking shocked the world. Federer was ranked the 27th most powerful celebrity, while Barack Obama, former president of the United States, was ranked at 49th place. Many titled him as the most intelligent champion since Bill Tilden, and it became evident that Federer is the perfect example of how one can learn from his opponents. On numerous occasions, he has credited players like Sampras, Edberg, and Tim Henman for polishing his serve and volley skills. He also praised Andre Agassi and Leighton Hewitt for making him a more versatile player. In 2015, Federer mentioned that both Agassi and Hewitt made him feel like a bad baseliner, and this led him to realize that he needed to make his movements better, incorporate variations in his game, and be more consistent. Since then, he only focused on becoming a better, more refined version of himself. Undoubtedly, his never-ending quest for perfecting his game has paid off. His skills were polished to the point where he was undefeatable. Jimmy Connors commented on Federer's skills and said that modern tennis has seen players that are either great on clay courts, grass courts, or hard courts. No player has perfected all 3 arenas except the legendary Roger Federer. As a master of every court, fearing Roger Federer was inevitable. Several renowned players have also shared their thoughts about playing against Roger Federer and how his game shocked them. In 2009, Federer beat Robin Soderling in the French Open final. After the match, Soderling spoke to the media and said that it feels as if Roger has an extra gear that allows him to move extremely well. Moreover, he felt like he had gotten a taste of the best of tennis and praised Federer's volleys and the iconic backhand flick, which, according to Soderling, he had never seen before. Pete Sampras played an exhibition match with Federer in Kuala Lumpur in 2007, and then after the match he stated that Federer is the best man in the game and has a great personality off-court. Ivan Lubicic also made a humorous comment after playing and losing to Federer at the Indian Wells in 2006 by stating, "I can cry like Roger, it's just a shame I can't play like him." Andy Murray, one of the finest players the sport has ever seen, also lost to Federer in the 2010 Australian Open's finals. He openly accepted the fact that Roger is too much for him and he could never beat him in the game. He stated that Roger is the best player in the history of professional tennis, and he felt lucky to play against such a legend. In 2014, David Ferrer also lost against Federer in the Cincinnati Masters final, and he claimed to have been playing his best tennis, trying new things and working hard to score against Roger, but nothing worked for him. In his statement, he said that even after giving his best, Federer came up with such great shots that he could not help but wonder whether Roger Federer was from the same planet as him or if he was an extraterrestrial tennis god. Lastly, Andy Roddick stated that Federer has no weak points in his game and exhibits skills like no one ever has. Roddick stated that after playing numerous professional players, he has found at least one weak spot with every player. There's always a safety zone and something to focus on. But with Federer, everything vanishes, and he potentially has an answer for whatever kind of shot you put in front of him. The testimonials of such tennis greats are evidence that Roger Federer has dominated the sport in such a way that even the best players fear playing against him. Analysis of his style and technique has provided that Federer tactically calculates each shot and can use his opponent's pace in his favor. Andy Roddick commented in 2005 that while everybody marvels at Hewitt's speed on the court, watching Federer play against him makes everybody wonder if Federer is moving even faster and better. Roger Federer's career is not only remarkable, but also an inspiration for many. Many youngsters follow in his footsteps to polish their own skill sets and play tennis just like their idol. However, even seasoned professionals study Federer's technique and style to understand how he amassed such great record wins. Perhaps this is the reason why every professional player who has ever played or seen Federer bless the court really fears being his opponent. In September of 2022, Roger Federer officially retired from professional tennis following the Laver Cup, and throughout his career, he amassed a ton of wealth through sponsorships and championships, which made him the first billionaire in tennis history. His career has gained him excellence in all walks of life. In 2011, he was ranked number 2 among the world's most respected, admired, and trusted personalities, just right behind Nelson Mandela. His career is nothing but an inspirational tale of what dedication, determination, and learning from experience can achieve. Now, if you like this video, hit that subscribe button and press the bell icon so that you are notified as soon as we upload our next video. Thank you for watching.